The Wade Wilson case has become one of the most searched true crime stories of the year. Widely known as the Deadpool Killer, his disturbing trial and the viral obsession surrounding him have shocked the world. But what is the real story behind the headlines? Imagine committing an unthinkable act and then casually ordering a burger. In October 2019, a man named Wade Wilson did exactly that. In the span of a single night, he turned a quiet Florida town into the site of a dark tragedy. He lured two women into his web, one a lover he betrayed, the other a stranger he targeted without mercy. He didn't just take their lives, he shattered their families forever. He violently ended the journey of one and caused a fatal, tragic end for the other on a quiet road. And when the sun rose, he didn't run, he didn't cry. He picked up the phone, called his father, and spoke about it with a chilling laugh. But look at him. Look at the disturbing markings across his face, the symbols of hate tattooed on his skin, the cold, dead void in his eyes. The world calls him a monster, yet, terrifyingly, thousands of people are calling him a victim. How did a cold-blooded individual become an internet idol? The story you are about to hear isn't just about these crimes, it is about the seduction of pure evil. To understand the end, we must go back to the beginning. The night started with music, alcohol, and laughter at a local bar called Buddha Live. Wade Wilson wasn't wearing a mask that night. He was charming. He was magnetic. That's how he met Kristine Melton. Kristine was kind. She saw a man who seemed fun, perhaps a little rough around the edges, but harmless. She invited him back to her home, a place that should have been her sanctuary. But predators are patient. As the night faded, Kristine fell asleep. She was safe in her own bed, or so she thought. Wade didn't leave, he waited. In the silence of that room, the charm evaporated. He attacked her while she slept. There was no fight, only betrayal. He stole her car, ended her story, and walked out the front door as if he were leaving for work. But the darkness inside him was just getting started. The sun was beginning to rise over Cape Coral, but the nightmare wasn't over. Wade was fueled by adrenaline and dark impulses. He wasn't looking to hide, he was looking for his next target. That target was Diane Ruiz, a mother, a hard worker. She was simply walking to her job at a nearby bar, minding her own business. She didn't know Kristine. She didn't know Wade. She was just there. Wade cooled over. He pretended to be lost. He asked for directions. A simple act of kindness from Diane sealed her fate. He lured her into the car. What happened next is too distressing to describe in full detail. When she tried to escape, he didn't just stop her. He caused her fatal injuries using the vehicle. Once, twice, until the silence returned. He later described the scene to investigators with a sickening lack of emotion, comparing the tragedy to something utterly dehumanizing. Two women gone, and Wade, he was just hungry. Usually, after a spree like this, the perpetrator panics. They flee the state, burn the evidence, or hide in the woods. Wade Wilson did something that shocked even the most veteran detectives. He called his father, Stephen. The audio recording of this call is a glimpse into the mind of a psychopath. There was no trembling in his voice, no remorse. "I've taken lives, Dad," he said. He recounted the details of the crimes with the casual tone of someone discussing a weekend fishing trip. When the police finally caught up to him, he didn't fight. He surrendered with a smug look on his face. In the interrogation room, he leaned back, played with his hands, and laid it all out. He wanted the credit. He wanted the fame. Years passed, the trial began, and the Deadpool defendant decided to put on a show. He traded his orange jumpsuit for tailored suits. He slicked back his hair. He treated the courtroom like a movie set. While the families of the victims sat just feet away, drowning in grief, Wade was flirting with the cameras. He smirked, he winked, he flashed hand signals. And then the unthinkable happened. The internet fell in love. A phenomenon known as Hybristophilia took hold. Thousands of letters flooded his cell. "Save Wade," they cried, blinded by his appearance, ignoring the tragedy he caused. But the law is blind to charm. The evidence was overwhelming. The judge looked past the suit, past the smile, and saw the monster within. The gavel fell. Guilty. Capital punishment. For a moment, the smirk faded. Wade Wilson will pay the ultimate price, but as the heavy steel doors slam shut on his story, a terrifying question remains for us all. When evil wears a handsome face, why does the world forget the victims?